Hey guys, it's Ian Binnick from Optimizer Marketing, and in this quick video, I'm going to be sharing some of my ninja tips on how to optimize LinkedIn ads in 2024. So this is everything that happens after you set up an optimized campaign. I thoroughly believe, and I preach this to all of my clients and everyone that I talk to about paid media, is that the campaign setup is roughly 10% of what you are actually paying an agency for. The other 90% is, or 80% of that 90% is composed of ad optimizations and squeezing out ROI from every single dollar in your marketing budget. So in this quick video, I'm going to share a couple of views that you probably don't know about in your LinkedIn ads account. And if you don't know about them, then you can start using them to your advantage to save some dollars every single day and let that compound over time. So without further ado, let's dive right in. So we're inside of a LinkedIn ads account for one of our clients. And essentially what I'm going to be showing you is our top of funnel campaigns and the demographics associated with them. So a lot of people don't know this, but if you click into your campaign group and then you go into a specific campaign or you select a specific campaign, perhaps this one, then you're actually able to see the people, the job titles, the companies, and a lot of other demographic data that goes along with that. So if we selected this campaign and we select demographics, then in this view, we are able to then choose the display in the display drop down and choose job functions, titles, companies, industries, even company size, any of these. So a practical use case would be to come in here and say job title. Now, this is a top of funnel campaign, and we are targeting real estate agents. So it's good to see that our real estate agents are the ones that are getting primarily most of the impressions. But if I was to come in here and see, perhaps I didn't want member to be optimized for. I didn't want to optimize around member. In fact, this is the wrong target audience. And I can see that 185 people, so 185 impressions have gone through in 3 clicks, which means that maybe, or 3 form opens, I should say, which is essentially clicks in this campaign. Then that means that maybe I don't want that audience or that kind of person. So how do I actually optimize around that? How do I optimize to fix that in the targeting? So let me show you how this would be done. So we're going to go back into the campaign here, and we are going to select edit in the campaign. And at this point, how you can actually exclude these people is simple. You come down here, and underneath audience attributes, you select exclude, and then I can go back into audience attributes and select job titles, and I can say member. I don't want member to be in my campaign. Now, I would do this for companies. I would do this for perhaps locations that are getting an enormous amount of impression share and maybe not a good click-through rate. Then I'm going to go through and I'm going to adjust these and exclude them in my audience targeting. When I do this, I'm effectively saving $1 or $2 or even 10 in a single day. And when I reallocate that spend that is saved to an optimized campaign, I'm effectively exponentially increasing my results over time. So as you save more money and you reallocate it, then you're actually able to kind of just get better results, and that's what optimization is all about. And that's why this kind of optimization in LinkedIn ads is so helpful. So we're going to select close, and then all I would do is just say save and exit. Now that is the first ninja trick that I like to showcase in here. The second ninja trick is going to be about ad fatigue and when you actually have. So I guess let's take a step back here. Whenever you're optimizing an ad account, you're generally looking at the target and you're trying to see, hey, are there people that are squeezing through the cracks, or perhaps is our ICP not interacting as well as we thought they were going to interact with? And you can actually get those benchmark numbers by just kind of going online, doing some market research to figure out what's a good click-through rate, or what is a good cost per click, or what is a good cost per lead for this industry. And there's a lot of, data aggregator reports out there. DataBox is a great example of a place you can go to find this information. They do all this market research from the clients that they have where they connect their data. So you can kind of get industry averages and see what is a good, I would just say, what is a good rate metric for you? So I classify metrics in LinkedIn ads in a couple of ways. You have rate metrics, which would be your primary KPIs. Those are going to be your click-through rates, cost per clicks, and cost per leads, even conversion rates, but that's more of a website landing page metric and less of a LinkedIn ads metric that's native to the platform. And then you have your non-rate metrics, which are going to be your impressions, your clicks, and your spend. So whenever I'm optimizing in an ad account, I'm always looking at the rate metrics. I don't really care about the non-rate metrics because generally speaking, non-rate metrics can be influenced by broadening your target audience and spending more money. That's really the only way that you increase those. But to increase the rates, you have to optimize the machine. So that first thing that I showed you was the demographic details, and that's how you optimize around demographics. But we need to also consider the fact that this is an advertising platform, and that means that there is creative associated with these campaigns. So that means that the ads themselves will need to stay fresh for our prospects so they don't ignore us. So a way that you can make sure that you are maintaining fresh creative for your prospects is to go up into columns and select delivery. Delivery is going to help give us an understanding of what our frequency is. Generally speaking, at Optimizer Marketing, we like to keep our ad frequency below 5 because after the 5th time, we start to think that people are going to start ignoring us. So we really like to keep our ad creative fresh, but we kind of do that by doing bi-weekly ad creative refreshes inside of all of our clients' ad accounts. Now, if average frequency is actually really high, I mean, I've seen ad frequencies that are in the 90s before, and that's in accounts that have been set and forget. And if that sounds like you, it is very important to not do that because not only is your prospect not paying attention to your brand, but they also kind of actively don't like your brand. If they are seeing the same ad over and over and over, that's kind of called LinkedIn jail. And essentially, no one likes to see the same ad over and over and over. That is on, for example, for me, when I'm on YouTube, I get the same ad over and over and over, and it's really horrible. I will say this, when I was running Reddit ads for a client, I was auditing their account once. I was checking the ad creative because on Reddit, a lot of people they don't hold back. They will tell you if they're mad at your brand, and that brand burned so many bridges because they kept their the Reddit subgroup or the subthread that they were targeting. They just ran ads to that thread for 6 months straight, the same ads. The ad frequency was over 100, and they had the worst possible engagement I've ever seen on those campaigns and on those ads. So please, 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 obviously update your demographics, make sure you're excluding audiences, but then always keep an eye on your frequency and make sure that it's less than 5. Otherwise, you are at risk of burning bridges with your prospects and becoming irrelevant and not being seen as a thought leader. So with that being said, that is all I have for you in this quick 10-minute video on LinkedIn ad optimization. There's going to be more things like these in the future, but the guide that is with this YouTube video is on our website, and it goes in depth in the ideology behind how you can work around these non-rate and rate metrics, and goes through the process of why ad optimization is even important and how you can sell this to your boss or the leaders in your team, and explain how optimizing your click-through rate and increasing it by 400% is going to influence a huge amount of marketing pipeline. Even if it's from 0.5% to 2%, there's a huge difference, and it all starts on the advertising platform itself. So with that being said, I'm going to sign off now. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Check out our other videos if you're interested in other things. Subscribe. We do daily content, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.